Hello everyone, my name is Zaindra Adi Verkyawan, and I am a student of Information System at Universitas Teknokrat, Indonesia. In this video, I will talk about an important topic in the field of information systems audit: business continuity and disaster recovery audit. This topic is essential because in today's digital era, organizations rely heavily on information systems to maintain their daily operations. However, when a disaster or disruption occurs, whether it's a cyber attack, a system failure, or even a natural disaster, the ability of an organization to continue operating becomes a critical factor for survival. Number 1. Introduction and basic concepts. Business continuity and disaster recovery, or BCP and DRP, are two strategies that work hand in hand to protect organizations from operational disruptions. Business continuity plan focuses on maintaining essential business functions during and after an incident. Meanwhile, disaster recovery plan focuses specifically on restoring IT infrastructure, applications, and data after a disaster. In simple terms, business continuity keeps the business running, while disaster recovery brings technology back to life. Together, they ensure that both people and systems are ready to face unexpected events without losing critical operations or important data. Number 2. BCP and DRP audit objectives. The main purpose of auditing BCP and DRP is to assess whether the organization has effective strategies, documented procedures, and tested recovery mechanisms. Auditors evaluate how well these plans are integrated into the organization's risk management framework. For example, they review whether there are clear recovery priorities, assigned responsibilities, backup facilities, and periodic tests of the recovery plan. An effective audit identifies weaknesses before real disasters occur, so improvements can be made proactively rather than reactively. In short, the audit ensures that the plans are not just written on paper, but truly functional and reliable in real situations. Number 3. The role of the business continuity and disaster recovery team. The business continuity and disaster recovery team is the backbone of these strategies. This team is responsible for planning, testing, updating, and executing the continuity and recovery processes.
They coordinate communication between departments, manage resource allocation, and ensure that critical systems are restored within acceptable time limits. The team also conducts training and simulation exercises to make sure that every employee knows their role during an emergency. In an audit, the effectiveness of this team is often measured by how quickly they respond, how well they follow the documented procedures, and how they communicate during crisis situations. Number 4. The importance of incident management software. Incident management software plays an essential role in supporting both BCP and DRP. This software automatically detects and records incidents, tracks response activities, and stores documentation that is valuable for auditors. Through this system, organizations can monitor incident trends, measure response time, and identify recurring problems. For auditors, the existence of an incident management system provides clear evidence of how the organization manages crises and whether actions are consistent with the established plans. Moreover, it ensures transparency, accountability, and faster decision-making when a disaster occurs. Number 5. Integration with information system audits. Auditing BCP and DRP cannot stand alone. It must be integrated into the broader information systems audit framework. By aligning with standards like COBIT, COSO, and ISO 22301, the audit ensures that business continuity management supports both governance and compliance objectives. COBIT provides the IT governance perspective. COSO ensures internal control and risk management, while ISO 22301 gives detailed guidelines for continuity planning. When integrated properly, these frameworks help auditors assess not just whether systems recover, but also whether they recover in line with organizational goals and risk tolerance. Number 6. Analytical review of documentation, testing, risks, and recovery indicators in BCP-DRP audit. Continuing from the integration of BCP and DRP with major audit frameworks such as COBIT, COSO, and ISO 22301, auditors must also conduct a deeper evaluation to ensure the continuity strategy is not only aligned, but also practical and effective in real situations. One important aspect is examining documentation quality. Auditors review whether the organization maintains updated documents, such as risk assessments, network diagrams, communication trees, backup configurations, and recovery procedures. Documentation must be clear, accessible, and reflect the current operating environment. Outdated documentation is one of the biggest weaknesses found in many BCP and DRP audits. Another crucial point is evaluating the realism of scenarios used in testing. Some organizations conduct tests only for compliance, not for real readiness. Auditors must determine whether the test scenarios actually represent real threats, such as ransomware attacks, power failures, system outages, or natural disasters that are common in the region. Next, auditors examine how well the organization coordinates across departments during the disruption. In real disasters, recovery is not only the responsibility of the IT department. Finance, HR, operations, security, and communication teams must all work together. The audit identifies whether each department understands its responsibilities and whether coordination mechanisms are strong enough. Auditors also assess resource dependency, such as third-party vendors, cloud services, telecommunication providers, and off-site storage. If vendors are not reliable, a company may lose its ability to recover despite having a good internal plan. Therefore, vendor contracts, service-level agreements, SLAs, and failover arrangements must be reviewed carefully. Additionally, auditors measure key performance indicators for recovery, including Recovery Time Objective, RTO, Recovery Point Objective, RPO, Maximum Tolerable Downtime, MTD, Actual Time Required during tests, Data Loss during recovery, Communication Delay among teams. These indicators show whether the organization's recovery capability truly matches its business needs. Finally, auditors identify common weaknesses, such as lack of training, infrequent testing, outdated backups, reliance on manual processes, or missing off-site infrastructure. Recognizing these weaknesses early allows the organization to strengthen its resilience before an actual emergency happens. Number 7. Case studies and best practices in BCP-DRP audits. In this part, we will explore real-world examples and best practices that help organizations strengthen their business continuity and disaster recovery capabilities. Understanding real situations helps auditors and organizations anticipate challenges that may not appear in theoretical documentation. One common case involves ransomware attacks, which have become the #1 threat for many companies. In several incidents, organizations were forced to shut down their operations because their backup systems were not isolated or updated. During audits, this case teaches us that backups must be stored off-site, tested frequently, and protected from unauthorized access. This is why the principle of backup integrity is one of the most important aspects reviewed by auditors. Another case relates to natural disasters, such as floods, earthquakes, or fires. Many organizations assume that these events are rare, so they do not prepare alternative sites or communication channels. However, during the audit, the absence of a secondary location or emergency communication plan becomes a major vulnerability. This shows that business continuity must consider geographical risks and environmental factors. Next, we look at best practices implemented by organizations with strong continuity programs. Regular full-scale simulations, not just small exercises. Full simulations reveal weaknesses that tabletop tests cannot detect. Cross-departmental involvement to ensure non-IT units understand their responsibilities. Recovery is a team effort, not just an IT task. Vendor and supplier resilience assessments, making sure partners also have continuity plans. A disruption at a vendor can disrupt the entire organization. Clear communication protocols, including messaging templates, emergency contacts, and escalation steps. Communication failures during crises often make the situation worse. Finally, strong organizations maintain a culture of preparedness, not just compliance. They treat continuity planning as an investment, not a burden, ensuring long-term stability, operational reliability, and customer trust. In conclusion, business continuity and disaster recovery are essential elements that ensure an organization can survive and recover from any disruption. Effective auditing helps identify weaknesses, improve readiness, and strengthen the organization's overall resilience. Thank you for watching. I hope this presentation helps you understand the importance of business continuity and disaster recovery audits. See you in the next video.